Have you ever wondered why Antarctica, the world's fifth largest continent, took so long to be discovered? Let's delve into this icy enigma that's been a latecomer in humanity's geographic knowledge. Nestled in the southernmost region of the Earth, Antarctica is a landmass virtually isolated from the rest of the world. It's a place where the sun doesn't rise for 6 months, then refuses to set for the next 6. It's a land where the wind doesn't just blow, it screams, screeches, and howls with gusts that can reach up to 200 miles per hour. It's a landscape where temperatures can plunge to minus 128 degrees Fahrenheit, making it the coldest place on Earth. Imagine being an early explorer, navigating uncharted waters with rudimentary tools, facing relentless storms, and icebergs as large as small countries. Now, add the fact that there are no indigenous people to guide you or to provide a warm welcome. Antarctica is unique in this aspect, being the only continent without a native human population. The isolation of Antarctica is not only geographical, but also biological. The continent is virtually devoid of terrestrial life, save for a few hardy species of moss and lichen, and of course, the emblematic penguins. While the surrounding southern ocean teems with life, from colossal whales to tiny krill, the continent itself is a frozen desert, devoid of trees, shrubs, or grass. This extreme isolation and harsh climate have made Antarctica a formidable challenge to explorers throughout history. The continent's vast ice sheets, some stretching up to 2 miles thick, have proven to be an impenetrable barrier, keeping the secrets of the land beneath them safe from prying human eyes. So why did it take so long to discover Antarctica? The answer lies in its extreme remoteness, its inhospitable climate, and the sheer physical barriers it presents. It's a continent that demanded more from explorers than any other place on Earth, a land that tested the limits of human endurance and resilience. Indeed, the harsh climate and the remote location made Antarctica a difficult destination for early explorers. It's a testament to our insatiable curiosity and determination to explore the unknown, no matter how daunting the challenge. The existence of Antarctica was speculated long before it was actually discovered. The ancient Greeks, with their penchant for philosophy and their desire to understand the world, were the first to theorize about its existence. They envisioned a vast southern landmass, which they named Terra Australis Incognita, meaning the unknown southern land. This concept was born from the belief that the northern hemisphere needed a counterbalance, a massive landmass in the south to maintain the equilibrium of the world. The idea of Terra Australis Incognita persisted, and it was this concept that inspired many of the explorations during the Age of Discovery. Adventurous souls were lured by the tantalizing prospect of uncharted territory, setting sail towards the south with dreams of glory and discovery. However, these explorations only deepened the mystery surrounding this hypothetical continent. Despite their best efforts, and much to their disappointment, they found nothing but a vast, seemingly endless expanse of ocean. Among these explorers were the likes of Captain James Cook, who sailed further south than any before him during his second voyage in the late 18th century. Even he, despite his extensive journey, could not confirm the existence of this elusive southern continent. His voyages only served to reinforce the enigma that was Antarctica. These early speculations and failed voyages gave rise to a variety of theories. Some believed that the southern continent was simply a myth, a figment of the imagination of ancient philosophers. Others held on to the belief, convinced that this undiscovered land existed somewhere beyond the reach of their explorations. As the centuries wore on, the mystery of Terra Australis Incognita only deepened. The southern continent, shrouded in myth and speculation, remained just out of reach. It was a tantalizing enigma, a challenge to explorers and a puzzle to be solved. Despite the many attempts to uncover its secrets, Antarctica remained elusive, a mere speculation in the minds of many for centuries. The fog of mystery around Antarctica began to lift in the 19th century. It was a time of exploration and discovery, with brave souls venturing into the unknown, driven by a thirst for knowledge and the allure of the unseen. Among these explorers were the likes of Fabian von Bellingshausen, Edward Bransfield, and James Clark Ross, who would play pivotal roles in charting the enigmatic White Continent. Fabian von Bellingshausen, a Russian naval officer, led one of the earliest expeditions to Antarctica. In January of 1820, he reported seeing an ice shelf that we now know as the Fimbul Ice Shelf. This marked the first visual confirmation of the continent, a significant breakthrough in the quest to uncover the mysteries of Antarctica. Born in Ireland, Edward Bransfield served in the British Navy before setting his sights on Antarctic exploration. In January of 1820, Bransfield sighted what is now known as the Trinity Peninsula, the northernmost part of the Antarctic mainland. This sighting provided additional evidence of the existence of the continent. Then there was James Clark Ross, a British naval officer and explorer who embarked on a voyage to the Antarctic in 1839. Over the course of 4 years, Ross navigated through what is now known as the Ross Sea, discovered the Ross Ice Shelf, and even spotted the active volcano that would later be named Mount Erebus after his ship. These explorers, each with their unique contributions, helped establish the reality of Antarctica. Their voyages were fraught with danger and uncertainty, yet they pressed on, driven by the spirit of discovery. They charted the uncharted, ventured into the unventured, and in doing so, they took the first steps in revealing the true nature of the hidden continent. Their discoveries were not merely geographical milestones, but also symbolized human tenacity and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. These brave explorers took the first steps in revealing the true nature of the hidden continent. The early 20th century, known as the heroic age of Antarctic exploration, saw an intensified interest in this icy wilderness. This era was marked by the daring exploits of explorers like Robert Falcon Scott, Ernest Shackleton, and Roald Amundsen. These men, driven by a spirit of adventure and discovery, led expeditions that would forever change our understanding of the Antarctic. Robert Falcon Scott, a British Royal Navy officer, undertook 2 ambitious expeditions to the South Pole. His first, the Discovery Expedition, made significant contributions to scientific knowledge, but his second, the ill-fated Terra Nova expedition, is better remembered. Scott and his team reached the South Pole only to find that Amundsen's Norwegian team had beaten them by a mere 5 weeks. Tragically, Scott and his team perished on the return journey, their heroic efforts forever etched in history. Ernest Shackleton, another British explorer, led 3 expeditions to the Antarctic. His most famous, the Endurance Expedition, is renowned not for its discoveries but for the epic tale of survival it spawned. When their ship, the Endurance, became trapped and was crushed by ice, Shackleton and his crew were stranded on the ice for months before they could make a daring open boat journey to safety. Roald Amundsen, a Norwegian explorer, achieved what many had dreamed of but never accomplished. He led the first expedition to reach the South Pole. His meticulous planning and use of sled dogs ensured his team's success and survival, marking a significant victory in the race to the South Pole. This period of exploration was characterized by a heady mix of triumph and tragedy. The explorers braved the harshest conditions on Earth, driven by a quest for knowledge and the desire to push the boundaries of human endurance. Their stories continue to inspire us, reminding us of the indomitable human spirit. These heroes pushed the boundaries of human endurance and brought back invaluable knowledge about this frozen frontier. From an elusive concept to a land of scientific research, Antarctica has come a long way. It's not just a frozen desert, but an arena where nations converge for the pursuit of knowledge. In 1959, the Antarctic Treaty was signed. This international agreement set aside Antarctica as a scientific preserve, establishing freedom of scientific investigation and banning military activity on the continent. It was a landmark decision, one that recognized the importance of Antarctica for the global ecosystem and for scientific discovery. Today, there are around 70 research stations scattered across the continent, manned by scientists from various countries. These intrepid researchers endure the harsh conditions, braving the freezing temperatures, the relentless winds, and the isolation to study everything from geology to astronomy, climate science to biology. Living and working in such an extreme environment is not for the faint of heart. It requires physical stamina, mental fortitude, and a strong sense of camaraderie. Supplies are limited, and every resource must be carefully rationed. The isolation can be challenging too. For months at a time, these scientists are cut off from the rest of the world, their only company being their fellow researchers and the occasional penguin. Yet despite the hardships, the allure of Antarctica is undeniable. It's a place of raw, untamed beauty, of ice and snow stretching as far as the eye can see. It's a place where the air is the cleanest on Earth, where the silence is broken only by the crack of shifting ice or the call of a distant seabird. The journey to discover Antarctica was fraught with hardship and danger, but the allure of the unknown has always driven humanity to explore, to learn, and to conquer. It is this spirit of exploration that continues to drive the scientists who call Antarctica their temporary home, a testament to our enduring curiosity and our insatiable desire to push the boundaries of the known world.
वीडियो देखने के लिए धन्यवाद। कृपया चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और अपना प्यार दिखाएं। नए वीडियो के लिए घंटी आइकन दबाएं। कृपया टिप्पणी छोड़ें और अपना प्यार दिखाएं।